Here's how to have multiple color sets open at the same time in Clip Studio Paint. I have a page of flats open, the backgrounds are all done. I just need to finish breaking down the characters. You'll find color sets under the window menu about halfway down. My color set is huge, so I don't like leaving this on screen all the time as it takes up so much screen space. To access another color set, you need to set up a keyboard shortcut. I'll open up the shortcut settings. If it doesn't show the pop-up palette category, you can switch it by clicking the menu. You can see I have a shortcuts for color set, the F8 key. This is what one of the buttons is set to on my digital pen. I click the button on my digital pen and a smaller color set palette opens right under my cursor. That's one advantage of pop-up palettes. They always show up right under your cursor. You can also set the palette to be a different size than the non-pop-up versions. Pop-up palettes also go away automatically when you touch the screen anywhere outside of them. You don't need to manually close them. Here's a third place to have color swatches, the command bar. I'll pick a light blue color and add it to the command bar. You right-click or control-click with your digital pen or mouse and then select Add Drawing Color from the menu. Under Change Order, I have it set to Command and Drag. If you drag color swatches on top of each other in the command bar, you can create a color stack. Click the little arrow and the stack will open up and you can select colors. I wish the color stacks would open up automatically when the cursor is over them. Trying to hit that little arrow on a 24-inch pen display is like trying to hit a bullseye in darts, and it makes picking a color from it a two-step process. I don't use color swatches in the command bar much with my 24-inch pen display because it's a lot of arm motion going to the top of the screen all the time to grab a color swatch. However, on an iPad with an 11 or 13-inch screen, there's way less arm motion, so it makes more sense to use color swatches in the menu bar there. That brings us to the fourth way to have a color set open, the Quick Access palette. Most people keep tools and brushes in here, but you can also have color swatches. In fact, you can have multiple color sets in the Quick Access palette. For myself, I stick to just one color set in the Quick Access palette. In this case, I have a color for eyes and teeth, a range of skin colors, and colors for lips, tongue, and gums. I use these colors a lot when flatting characters, so it's nice to have a tiny color set on screen that doesn't take up much space. There are other ways to add colors to the command bar and quick access palette. You can use the command bar setting to create and add colors to the command bar or delete them from the command bar. I find this to be more work than just control clicking the command bar to add the current drawing color or delete a color. Like the command bar settings, the quick access setting can also be used to create and add colors to the quick access palette or delete colors from it. Again, this just seems like more steps than you need. So that's four ways to have color sets on screen in Clip Studio Paint. This also works the same way on the iPad version of Clip Studio Paint. I'm Mark Sweeney. Thanks for watching.